Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
One of the other things was that you had brought up was WWE Unreal, which is a show launching on Netflix this summer. We might disagree on this because you seem not as excited about it as I am. I'm actually really excited about this. We should tell people what it is. So basically, it's a behind the scenes, like for the first time, like really going behind the scenes in the process.
You're going into WWE creative meetings.
Yeah.
Which, I'm old school.
Yeah.
I don't break fabe. For those that don't know, kayfabe is a carnival term in regards to keeping up the act.
Mm-hmm.
Don't break fabe. Don't do it. I know kayfabe's dead. I'm not unrealistic.
Yeah.
But goodness gracious, this just pisses all over kayfabe.
Yeah. So let me play devil's advocate. Well, I guess I'm not really playing devil's advocate because I do feel this way, but my counter argument would be, I mean, how is it any different than, watching a documentary about the making of a film or a television show that you really like, or something like that? Like, why is this any different?
It ruins the romanticism of it. It ruins, to me, it's setting a precedent that the fans deserve this access. And I don't think that's true. Look, there needs to be a line that fans don't cross. Yeah. And I believe this with any sport. I don't believe that journalists should be allowed in the locker rooms right after a game.
Oh, okay.
I think that's time to decompress from the game. There's a press conference after the game for that very reason.
So you're looking at it as, and it's interesting because I think in a broader sense, because you and I think from this conversation, I get, we think of wrestling a little bit differently in the sense that because you often will use the word sport, and I'm thinking of it more in a context of entertainment, but I also am not a sports fan and you are. So it makes sense to me why you think of it the way that you do in your thought process.
Yeah, I mean, because it's being promoted as a sport now.
Yeah.
Whether people want to believe that or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it is being promoted as a sport. And you don't have to like it, but that's the way it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that's the way I choose to look at it. And my way isn't always the best way. That's something that's taken me 40 plus years to learn, believe it or not. But yeah, I like the idea and the mythicism of the creative room being like the hidden fortress, if you will.
Yeah. Would it be, because I want to understand your thought process. Would it be like, I assume, like, would you have an objection to like a documentary about how, I don't know, like say when, again, I'm not a sports fan, so I'll be clumsy with any kind of analogy I try to do, but say if when Belichick was still coaching the Patriots, would you have objected to some sort of a documentary or a docuseries where they actually went inside the strategy sessions of Belichick with the assistant coaches, or Belichick with the team having meetings and things? Would that
Belichick never would have allowed that.
I know
allowed that full access, but
But is that
no,
analogous to something that you might object to as a fan?
I would
Okay.
object to it in the sense of that, again, that's the inner sanctum.
Okay.
That's where game plans are formulated.
Yeah.
That's where we're laying the blueprint. And you would be crazy to not think that Tony Khan is going to watch this series and try to figure out how WWE thinks, and use it to his advantage.
I don't think.
Let me ask this.
Yeah.
Do you think when WCW was curb stomping WWF every week, Vince McMahon wouldn't have killed to have a camera in WCW's creative meetings?
No, because Vince was too arrogant.
I disagree. Vince, on the surface, would have told everyone, I don't care what they're doing, but I guarantee you in his office at home, he would watch that tape ad nauseum.
Maybe.
The point is that I think it's exposing too much. And I think it might do a disservice to some of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
I'm a major CM Punk fan. If I'm watching and I hear a creative meeting that, we're going to strap CM Punk, we're going to give him the title at WrestleMania, but then I see why the plans changed, I might hate the person that filled in for CM Punk, and
True.
that could ruin their push.
Good
if
point.
Enough people feel the way I feel.
That's valid. Yeah.
So you're again. I think I get why people are excited for it, and anytime people are excited about pro wrestling, I'm cool with it.
Oh yeah.
But for someone that's nearly a lifelong pro wrestling fan, there are some places where the camera doesn't need to be.
Let me ask you this though, because this is something when I first learned or saw an ad. I think I'd seen an ad for it on Netflix during WrestleMania. I think the other thing that occurs to me about this is how do we know that this is even? How do we know they're not working us with this series?
Very well could be. And you know what?
We might not be seeing the real thing.
We deserve to be worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you want that much access, you deserve to be worked. How many schmucks do you think called Mean Gene's hotline paying $1.50 a minute when it was complete bullshit?
Yeah.
How many schmucks still subscribe to Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer?
Yeah.
I know, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if you are at that stage and dumb enough to believe everything you're seeing in pro wrestling, you deserve to be taken advantage of.
Fair enough. Should we move on to our last subject? Did you have anything to add on the?
No, I mean, I'll watch.
You're still gonna watch it, right?
Yeah,
you know I am, because I'm excited about it because I love that kind of thing.
Call me a hypocrite, but yeah, I'll watch.
Yeah,
I'll bitch about it afterwards, but I'll watch.
Yeah, that'll give us plenty to talk about too.
Oh my word!
Oh, I can't wait.
Jim Cornette's head is gonna explode.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.